Today we're talking about cervical dystonia, which can be a painful, debilitating, and sometimes socially isolating neurological movement disorder.
It's called cervical dystonia, and the effects can literally be paralyzing both physically and socially.
I'm not able to be employed. I had to quit my job because of my dystonia.
To begin with, it completely ruined my career.
I had to leave a career I loved to do.
What disorder could be so powerful to force these people to have to give up their careers? The disorder is called dystonia. Dystonia is a syndrome of sustained muscle contractions, frequently causing twisting and repetitive movements or abnormal postures. Martha Murphy has cervical dystonia, which affects the muscles of her neck. She's had the disorder since 1975.
The type of dystonia I have is called cervical dystonia, and it affects the muscles in my neck and shoulder area and makes it difficult for me to turn to my right. My dystonia started when I woke up one morning with a stiff neck on the left side of my neck, and I thought that I had just slept wrong and that it would go away, that it was a temporary condition. But as I was going to find out years later, that was not the case. I actually had a medical condition. When you have dystonia, it sort of feels like an ongoing battle between your mind and your body because your muscles don't always cooperate and work in the way that you would like them to. With dystonia, you don't really know how you're going to feel from one day to the next. Some days are better than other days. So you sort of have to wait and see how you are when you get up in the morning, and that sort of determines what your day is going to be like. I'm in a certain amount of pain every day. I always have stiffness in my neck, always. That's never gone away since 1975. The pain some days can be slight, other days it can be more severe, but I'm never totally without pain or discomfort, but you just sort of learn to live with it. I've tried a lot of different treatments over the years, including oral medications and that sort of thing. But what I've been getting now since 1997 is Myoblock, which is a form of botulinum toxin, and it's injected into the overactive muscles that I have in my neck and my shoulder to sort of calm them down and make my symptoms more manageable.
Martha leads the local dystonia support group in San Diego.
I wanted to meet other people who also had dystonia because I had never met anyone before, never heard of this disorder before even. This is 20 years later now, and we went from having 4 people to over 400 people on our mailing list. So it's something that I really enjoy being a part of. I think support groups play a very valuable role for many dystonia patients and their families because it allows them the opportunity to meet one another, exchange stories, and also we bring in guest speakers on relevant topics of interest. The Dystonia Medical Research Foundation estimates that there are at least 300,000 persons in North America alone who have some form of dystonia. But given that so many people go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed, we really feel the numbers are probably much higher than that. Dystonia can be a challenging type of a disorder to deal with, and it really helps to try to maintain a positive attitude, sort of take each day as it comes, not overtax yourself, and you can really lead a productive life.
Claude Montu has Mage syndrome, which affects the muscles of his face, mouth, and eyelids. His symptoms began in 1982.
My dystonia is called oromandibular dystonia. It's also called Mage syndrome. It began by affecting my jaw and gradually began to affect the back of my neck and crept up my chin and is actually also causing my eyelids to droop. Right now, the eyelid problem has been really bad, so that I cannot read.
His symptoms began in 1982.
I didn't know what it was for about 8 years.
Claude went to the doctor and was diagnosed with dyskinesia.
She immediately diagnosed it as dyskinesia, which is the same as dystonia. When I'm presented with a situation where I have to keep talking, keep my mouth moving, I have to be extremely careful, otherwise it's very hard to understand me. I was a very successful musician and teacher, and I played the flute, I played a lot of chamber music. To begin with, it completely ruined my career as a solo flutist. I still play the piano. I do teach. I teach only people who are either professionals themselves, or music, or flute teachers, or extremely talented high school kids.
To help Claude with his symptoms, he gets Botox.
And I think Botox is the only thing that provides temporary relief. I'm still not unhappy because I'm teaching, and I'm able to help people.
Paul Fowler has spasmodic dysphonia, which affects the muscles of his vocal cords. This is Paul before his symptoms began.
It has custom chrome wheels. The person who owned it had those put on before me. And it has the topper.
And this is Paul now.
I don't have any idea whatsoever what caused my spasmodic dysphonia. And most things I've read about it and the doctors I've spoken to have said there's no way to determine what exactly caused it. And it didn't happen overnight. It was gradual. The type of dystonia I have is spasmodic dysphonia. It affects my vocal cords. I have a rare form of spasmodic dysphonia. I have an adductor and an abductor. Most people either have one or the other, and my form of it makes it very difficult to treat. I used to be a teacher. It was very fulfilling, and when the lectures got to be so much of my voice that I had to take a leave of absence from work, I knew then that it was time to go. My personal life, it's affected me. Most of my friends are very supportive about it, so we will do IMs online or email. The message I'd like to get out about dystonia is really be aware of it, that there's more than one form. It's not just a voice, it's not a limb, it's not just one thing, it's various things. With my dystonia, I get tremendous headaches when it's time for my treatment because the muscles are spasming so terribly that it pulls all the other muscles tight around the neck, and I get serious migraines from it. The type of treatment I get for my dystonia is Botox injections directly into the throat. He will inject me directly from the outside in, and then to do my back muscles. That's for the front muscles. The back muscles, he will move my voice box over and then inject again. The speech therapy has taught me how to give better breath support. My biggest problem was when the spasm would hit, I would try to control it. It took me forever to learn, can I control the spasm? But I am very good friends with Grammy Award-winning recording artist Juice Newton, and in fact we had a benefit concert for Dystonia, Medical Research Foundation, in which Juice did the concert. And we also had another friend of mine, Carol Curtis, who does entertainment locally. And we raised we donated $10,000 to the cause. The general public, depending on the environment, can be a big challenge. A great example is bowling alley. You know, when I hear everybody laughing and carrying on and cheering on their team and that kind of thing, all I can do is This, I can't yell it out or scream it out. And if I do, it's short-lived, and my voice is gone for the next 2 days. My worst days, or my days when I can talk decently, I have to deal with it in a certain way so it doesn't depress me. So humor is the best way. My medical doctor had said that I sound like his 15-year-old son, so I use that to my advantage a lot.
For more information, contact the Dystonia Medical Research Foundation at 1-800-377-DYST or log on to their website at www.dystonia-foundation.org.